Hello everyone, welcome in today as number 1 Penn State takes on Purdue. We finally reached our goal of hitting the mountaintop. Now let's see if we can remain there. We are going to be pretty heavy favorites in this game. Purdue's not a great team. They do have a pretty good record, however, they're not ranked and getting respect because their team's just not that good. We'll have to see what happens today as Singleton gets the carry to open the game and then Pribula pulls it on the second one. He gets a first down and more. He's out to about the 40-yard line on an 11-yard rush. Penn State's now just 3 wins away from completing an undefeated regular season. They still would have to win their conference championship game in order to be able to lock up a spot in the playoff for sure. As Lambert Smith takes that reception for 14 yards. On 1st and 10, Singleton's going to get a carry. He's going to take that out to about the 43, 44-yard line. And then on 2nd and 6, we go straight back to Singleton, and he broke that first tackle and is fighting ahead. He might get the first down here. They're going to end up giving it to him with a 7-yard rush, as that's not that shocking, as Purdue's defense has been pretty average this season. They rank in the 70s on both offense and defense, and honestly, all around, they're not a great team. They have a negative 10 turnover differential, which is insane when you think about that for a 6-3 team. It looks like this game should be pretty winnable for Penn State, and I'm happy to see our offense driving and moving the ball consistently here to open the game as we get another first down by Singleton, and we're down to the 15-yard line right now. And Kaytron Allen checks into this one. He ends up getting 6 yards on first down, setting up a short 2nd and 4. Allen remains in the game here for 2nd down as Pribula throws a quick screen to Lambert Smith. He won't quite get the first down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. And then we go to Nick Singleton, who will get the first down, and then he walks into the end zone. Penn State strikes first. They are up 6-0 early in this game. That is a fantastic way to start, as the extra point's good, and we go up 7-0. Let's see if Purdue can answer. And then look at that. That's a quick turnover. Their differential gets even worse as Wallace III breaks that first tackle and ends up going for 19 as Penn State took over following a turnover. Now Pribula's back to pass and he finds Saunders. That's going to be a first down as he fights ahead. So we are down to the 7-yard line and have a 1st and goal, and we go to Nick Singleton, and he has a crease up the middle. Touchdown Penn State. They're already up 13-0 in this game. We're probably going to hit this extra point and make it a 14-0 game, and we do. Purdue's getting blown out here early as they have been, like I said, a pretty average team. If you look at their statistics, they only score like 23 points a game, and once again, they cannot put any points on the board. Kaytron Allen checks into the game, and he gets that carry for 6 yards, and he remains in the game as Pribula's going to hand it to him once again, and he has to break that first tackle, but he can't get past the second guy, bringing up a 3rd and 1, and Pribula pulls it on a read option. That's a first down, and he fights ahead and picks up 9 yards on that carry, bringing up another first down for Penn State as he threw it out there to the flats, and Harrison Wallace III couldn't catch that one. On 2nd down, Pribula hands it to Allen, who gets blown up. That's a 0-yard rush. Luckily, he didn't lose yards. So on 3rd down, Pribula is going to have to pass it, and he gets hit as he releases that one, and he threw it in the triple coverage. We're lucky that didn't get intercepted, and Purdue will get the ball back. Let's see if they can get any points on the board here. They do average 374 yards a game, which is number 51 in the nation. However, when it comes to scoring, they only convert that to 23.4 points per game, which is number 74 in the nation, and it looks like settling for field goals is one of their big problems, which is exactly what they just did, making the score 14-3 as we take back over. And Pribula misfires that one. He could have had Lambert Smith on the sideline. So a big 3rd and 4 here. Pribula passing it down the seam, and he finds DeWalt Ondijo. However, he threw that a little too high, so when DeWalt Ondijo got hit, he couldn't reel it in. We are forced to punt the ball back to Purdue once again. However, they cannot convert that to any points, keeping this score the same with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first half. And we find Keandre Lambert Smith for a 28-yard gain down the right sideline. What a play to open this drive up. Singleton gets this carry on the counter, and look at that. He slips one tackle and picks up 9 yards, setting up a 2nd and 1, and we are going to pass it with Pribula. He finds Singleton in the flats, and that's going to be a first down with a 5-yard reception. On the next play, Singleton's going to get a carry as we are trying to keep him involved in this offense. He steps back and still gets close to the first down. If he'd have just kept his momentum going ahead, we would have had the first down there. However, on the next play, he does get the first down on a 2-yard rush. Kaytron Allen checks into the game for this play, and we are going to run some play action off of him, and Pribula rolls to the right and fires it out there to Harrison Wallace III. He picks up 4 on that. That's a solid gain. We go to Kaytron Allen on the next play and give him a carry as he has a crease up the middle, and he picks up 10. If he had a little bit more speed, speed, he'd got into the end zone on that one, I think. Nick Singleton checks back in and gets a carry. However, he's blown up in the backfield. We probably should have audibled out of that play call, but it's 2nd and goal now. In the gun is Pribula looking to pass this one. He's standing there and fires it. Tyler Warren, he'll get in for 6. It's 20-3 now. We still need to hit the extra point, but it looks like I said, I think Penn State's in control of this game. It's 21-3, and we'll see if Purdue can answer, but they're not moving the ball at all. They end up punting it right back to us after a 3 and out. Pribula is going to pass it here on 1st down, standing in the pocket. He finds Saunders out there in the flats, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and break a tackle. Saunders is still going. He cannot quite get past that last safety. However, that's a huge play for Penn State. Pribula standing in the pocket, fires it again, and this time it's undercut by Kane. That's going to be intercepted. He was looking for Harrison Wallace III. That was just a bad decision. The corner was right in his hip pocket. That's a decision you can't make. However, we get the ball back almost immediately following a turnover. Pribula fires that one down the field, and he found Saunders. That's another big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Pribula passing once again. That's almost intercepted. He's got to be a little safer with the football. Turnovers have become a bit of an issue this season, but he fires down the field once again, and that's Tyler Warren for 27 yards. Penn State gets another 1st down here. Pribula again in the pocket, moving around a little bit, and then he checks it down to Katron Allen. That's a smart decision. However, that spin move by Katron Allen did not work at all. 2nd and 8 now. Pribula again gonna pass this one, and he fires that to the sideline. Harrison Wallace III comes down with that 12-yard catch. We have 20 seconds until halftime, and Pribula standing in the pocket. He can't take a sack here, and he throws that recklessly into the end zone. Luckily, it wasn't picked, and it was almost caught off of the deflection by Saunders there. 13 seconds left, and we throw that one to Harrison Wallace III, and another great play by a defender kept that out of the end zone. So it's 3rd and 10, and Pribula's moving. He's got to get this ball off. We're going to run out of time if he doesn't. He checks it down to DeWalt on Dijo, and then we're going to call a timeout here and get our kicking unit out there, and let's see if they can hit this one. They do not, as it stays 24-3 at halftime. We're showing off injuries. We're still missing Beeman, and of course Aller's out for the season, and they're missing one of their outside backers. He's not a great player, but for them, he's an important role player. And now looking at stats, our offense is dominating Purdue. They have 49 yards today against us. That's insane. I'm surprised this isn't a bigger blowout. It's been all Penn State today, and I think it's going to continue to be all Penn State past halftime. You know, I enjoy a good blowout, but it's sometimes tough to watch. So hopefully you guys stick around and you can see some stats we're going to put up in the second half, because I don't think this one's going to stop. Now, you might hear some thunderstorms and some rain in the background. I'm just giving you a heads up. The last 2 videos, it's been stormy here in Florida the last 2 days, so we're getting some good intense thunderstorms. I enjoy it, but you can catch it a little bit in the background. I've noticed at points in the video, so I'm sorry if you do hear that. As we are driving following getting the ball here, it's 1st and 10. We are at about the 20 or 15-yard line, and we fired a DeWalt on Dijo. He goes in for 6. It's 30-3 with 6:22 left in 3rd quarter. Penn State's blowing out Purdue today. This is going to be a fun one for us to run up stats in, and maybe we can start a Bo Pribula Heisman campaign. I doubt that'll happen, but we might just be able to do it. Purdue doesn't do anything with the ball, and once again we get it back with Singleton in the backfield. Pribula pulls it on a read option. He's going to pick up 5. We're hoping to be able to put Purdue out of this game pretty quick as we are lining up in the gun, and Pribula is looking to pass it once again. He steps up in the pocket, and he checks it down to Saunders, who's going to get the 1st down and more. He takes that one out to about midfield area. That's a great way to begin this drive. It's in the pistol formations, Pribula, and he hands it to Nick Singleton. He's going to take that one for a pickup and 9, setting up a 2nd and short for us, and we're once again in the pistol formation. Pribula looking to pass this one. He gets hit and releases it, but he found DeWalt on Dijo for a 13-yard gain and another 1st down for Penn State. Pribula's in the pistol again, and he fires that one to DeWalt on Dijo. He's down at the 1-yard line. We are moving quick on this drive, and we are hoping to get in here as Singleton takes the toss, and he walks in untouched. Touchdown, Penn State. This is a 37-3 game. Kyle Beach better start getting warm on the sideline. He'll probably get his way into this game, maybe even before the 4th quarter here, as we scored our 50th touchdown on the season. And once again, Purdue does not do anything with the ball, and Pribula does remain in the game, though. I think if I was the head coach of this team, I'd probably pull him as he completes that one to Tyler Warren. I don't see a reason in risking our only viable option at starting quarterback when we're up 35 late in the 3rd quarter against an unranked team, and we're number 1 in the nation. But hey, it's James Franklin's call, and this is what he chose. Katron Allen took that carry for 4. We're moving the ball once again pretty well. We're almost up to midfield as Pribula runs some play action. He's on the move out to the right, and then he smartly finds Saunders, who's going to get past midfield and take that one down to about the 34-yard line on a 20-yard reception. That right there is a great play as Pribula's again looking to pass. We're moving the ball easily on this Purdue defense. defense. They're not putting up any fight at all. Caden Saunders with an 8-yard reception right there. It's 2nd and 2, and Katron Allen again getting another carry, and that's another Penn State first down on a 5-yard rush. Like I said, this is just like clockwork. We're 1-2-3, 1-2-3 right down the field. They're not giving us hardly any resistance at all as the third quarter comes to an end, and we are winning this game 38-3 in dominant fashion. This one's not even close. Like I said, I don't feel any pressure from Purdue, and we're going to move to 10-0, and I'll tell you what, I look forward to playing USC in the conference championship game. I think we can get them. We'll find out, that's for sure, but I think we can get them. Pribula again on the move here on this big third down play, and he finds Tyler Warren at the sticks. That's another Penn State first down, and I believe that if we score a touchdown on this drive, James Franklin's going to have to pull his starters finally, as Katron Allen took that carry there for 5, setting up a 2nd down from the 5-yard line, and we're going to run triple option, and Pribula pitches it to our fullback Greg Smith. He breaks 2 tackles and almost gets into the end zone. That was a beautiful 4-yard rush right there. Pribula pulling it on the read option, and he's not going to get in. They stop him, bringing up a 4th and inches. Let's see if we go for the touchdown, and of course, James Franklin doesn't. However, we do still make it a 41-3 game, and I think that's enough to pull our starters. I don't see any good reason to play them, even if Purdue scores on this drive. They're down to 4:56 left, and they have a big 4th down here that they couldn't convert, and like I predicted, backups are in the game. Finally, we're going to see some Kyle Beach in extended action, but look at this carry by Nick Singleton. He gets one final carry, and he took that for a 36-yard gain. That was a beautiful rush by Nick Singleton. I am going to take this last little bit of this game to do a little bit of a discussion and a little bit of a teaser for you guys. I already finished this season, so I do know that we do go on and become a head coach. Carter Jake Jr. is going to get a head coaching offer, but look at that play by Liam Clifford. That's a 42-yard touchdown. If he can get into the end zone, he has to beat one man. He dives and gets in. 42 yards later, Liam Clifford puts us on the board again, making this a 47-3 game pending the extra point. He broke 2 tackles on that play. That's beautiful for him. I'm really happy with that, as it's 48-3 and we take back over. Now, back to my teaser here. Like I said, we do end up getting a head coaching job, so I'm going to kind of tease it throughout the next few videos and drop a little bit of a hint, and I might even put a poll up on the channel for you guys to guess where I end up going. I was pretty happy with the fact that we got a head coaching job. I mean, we're sitting here at 9-0 going on 10-0. You'd expect me to get a head coaching job. Like I said, it's just unusual for a guy like Carter Jake Jr. with just 1 year of big college football coordinator experience to get a head coaching job, but he impressed with what he was able to do with Purdue, and in a bad circumstance with Bo Pribula having to step in for Drew Aller. So we were pretty happy with the outcome, so be looking out. We're going to be changing teams in the offseason, but we're going to try to finish strong, and hopefully we can win a natty with Penn State. That's been the goal all season, and that's what I want to do. And like I said, now it's just up to us to finish the deed and hopefully go out and leave Penn State on top, as we're seeing Tank Smith get a few carries here. He's a redshirt senior that won't be on the team next season. He's just somebody I wanted to give a little bit of playing time and let him end his career with a few carries and get some statistics, as this right here is probably your last play of the game, and Tank Smith actually ran pretty hard, taking that for 9 yards on this one. However, for some reason, I forgot we actually ran one more play just to get Tank Smith another carry, and look at this one. He goes right up the middle. He trucks a guy, and he ends up taking that for 15 yards. Penn State wins this one. It goes final. It's been over pretty much all day. Nick Singleton's your player of the game with 15 carries for 111 yards and 3 scores. It was a dominant showing today from Penn State, and you love to see it from the top team in the nation. Now let's take a look at some stats. Bo Pribula finished with 2 touchdowns and a pick. He hit 76% of his passes. That's pretty good. 26 at 34 for 22 yards. That's a good day from him. On the ground, Katron Allen had 10 for 47. We already talked about Singleton. That's why I skipped him. And then you look at the receiving game. Saunders is probably the best one to stand out. He caught 6 for 104. However, DeWalt Ondijo did get into the end zone and score a touchdown. Defensively, Kobe King led us with 5 tackles. There wasn't anybody else. That's not too shocking. Like I said, we pulled people, as Isaac and Robinson each had a sack, and Kobe King added 2 interceptions. He's been a beast up the middle for this defense so far this season. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Heisman standings. Blake Corum still leads the way from Michigan. He's their starting running back, followed by Travion Henderson, the halfback from Ohio State. You still have Reese from UNLV, Caleb Williams, and Trayshawn Ward from Florida State, rounding out your top 5. Looking at top 25 standings, Penn State remains number one with their big win over Purdue. That's not that shocking. You know, you couldn't expect it to go any other way, as USC and Washington follow them up at 2 and 3, remaining undefeated, and Alabama moves up to number 4. The SEC is going to get somebody in, I almost guarantee it. And that's going to make it tricky for two teams from the Big Ten to get in, as you do have to worry a little bit about the fact that, hey, you know, there's some SEC bias, and you have Georgia and Alabama sitting there each with one loss. What if one of us slips up along the way? You know, we still have 2 games to play, so does UCLA. Are we both going to be able to get in if one of us slips up? That's what we'll have to wait and see, as you're looking at teams just sitting outside of the top 25. South Alabama is the first one out. Next week, though, we take on Indiana, and this should be another blowout. We are significantly better than them with A-minuses across the board. They are a D+ on offense, so this shouldn't be a struggle at all for this team. Penn State should get another easy win and improve our stock as the number 1 team in the nation. If Indiana does do one thing good, though, they don't turn the ball over much because they have the same +8 turnover differential as us. But that's all I have for you today. This is LDJ11. Like I said, I look forward to continuing this series. We're going to be moving on from Penn State, but we got to finish this one out. Let's see how it plays out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. I'm out.
Sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it.